Thanks for subscribing to a podcast series from Dave Cusack's New Artist Model, the online music business school for independent musicians. Our podcast series interviews musicians who are blazing trails in the digital era to help inspire other musicians to develop their own strategies for success. Our first series of interviews features MC Lars from Los Angeles, who has been touring internationally and releasing albums independently since 2003. MC Lars calls his music post-punk laptop rap and attributes much of his success to the philosophies and insight offered by Dave Cusack in his New Artist Model program. Check out MC Lars at mclars.com and follow him on Twitter at mclars. For free lessons and to find out how to enroll in Dave Cusack's New Artist Model, including his Masterclass, Essential Class, or individual modules to help musicians fine-tune their skills, visit newartistmodel.com or follow Dave Cusack and New Artist Model on Twitter.
My dad's ghost tells me, swear, to revenge my regicide. Claudius hides me one night under my crown, he tries to hide. So Hamlet,
Okay, hello, my name is MC Lars. I'm a indie hip-hop artist from California. I got my start as an undergrad. I studied English and I went to Oxford for a term, and I was performing the clubs around there. I made friends with the punk, rock, and indie bands, and eventually I got to the point where I could perform and headline clubs there, and that kind of one thing led to another. And these days I wear a bunch of different hats. Like the course describes, I found that if you diversify your talents, it's really helpful. So I'm a performing artist. I tour a lot. I make a lot of money on the road. Not a lot, but I'm able to survive. I'm a songwriter. Sometimes I write songs for shows or commercials, and I record. As you can see, this is my home setup, so I'm a recording artist. So I was able to take the contacts I made as an undergraduate in college and be able to do a lot of different things as MC Lars, and I've been able to focus on one style of music, which is, I guess, intellectual, nerdy rap music with a punk rock influence. And so that market, back when I started in 2003, no one was really doing that. And these days, people are kind of aware that this music appeals to a certain group of people, and I've been happy to be able to do it for 10 years. Well, now, gosh, 11 years. So that's a little bit about my background. So for my team, I've found these days, I do a lot of it on my own, but I have a booking agent who's incredible. Her name's Molly. She's at the agency group. Shout out to Molly. And I hire different publicists for each project. So my last album was more underground hip-hop, so I had a hip-hop publicist. The album before that was more rock, so I went with the rock publicist. So that is important, because to be, you can email a ton of blogs, but investing a little bit of money in someone who has relationships with the blogs and the weeklies is really helpful. In terms of management, I've worked with different managers over the years. I think a good manager is someone who is very clear with you about where the money's going, respects your vision, helps you in the development of the projects creatively if you need that, and helps you introduce you to contacts to, directors who can make videos, people you can co-write with. But at the end of the day, a manager is just as good as his artist or her artist. So if you have a manager who's helping you open doors for you, if you're not able to walk through those doors yourself, write the songs, respond to the messages on Facebook yourself, hit everyone back on Twitter, you have to be on top of your social media stuff, because in the instance when a management company will change or someone leaves, or a contract runs out and you want to work with someone else, it's really important to be able to be the captain of your own ship. And I think of a manager as kind of a navigator that you bring on, and they work for you at the end of the day. I mean, they may give you opportunities and they may, be very powerful, but at the end of the day, you're the client. And so that's my advice on management. But yeah, for me, being a DIY artist, a lot of the nerdcore rappers, their main people who work for them are the studio people who help them with the music, the booking agent, because it's really hard to call and try to book your own shows. And you have to do that first. I did that for years. And then, of course, having a publicist for each album. But a publicist you bring on a per-month basis. It's not like you have them on retainer. Unless you're, you have a lot of money. Publicists are expensive. So it's good to be strategic. I think of it like you go in like a surgeon trying to get people wear something when you're doing your best work and everything's come together.
In Denmark on a moonlit night, you'll hear Ophelia's sad song when the full moon's bright, baby.
Check out MC Lars at mclars.com and follow him on Twitter at mclars. For free lessons and to find out how to enroll in Dave Cusack's new artist model, including his masterclass, essential class, or individual modules to help musicians fine-tune their skills, visit newartistmodel.com or follow Dave Cusack and New Artist Model on Twitter.
You gotta see